add something or whatever, but they can only do that here at this point, between iterations, knowing also very well that's adding more time to the quote, to the overall cost, and so forth, and or maybe subtracting if they want to remove some things. But either way, it puts some control in there, so the client isn't stepping in, every other day, telling you one thing, and or maybe changing their mind the next day after you've done, hours of work. This keeps them a little more focused, or kind of out of your way, so you can stay focused. And I mean that in a good way. It's actually good for the client as well, because you get to show them, you have more presentables, you get to get more work done, and it allows the client to get their word in before you do anything that's gonna cost you, the developer or the team. And so you set up your next sprint. You pick from the feature list just like you did before, and you go on another 20 hours or 2 weeks, and do it again. And you keep doing the scrum iteration, pretty much until the project's done, or however you need to mix and match or mold this method. And that's a very layman's interpretation of it. This is something that you might go get a book on, or I might actually do an actual course on, where I get into more detail and a little more specifics. Right now, I'm kind of picking my own brain from how I've utilized it, a little less than staring at the actual flat out. This is the actual definition of all these things. So I challenge you all to take a look at some documentation on Agile, as a project management method, and then look at all the options out there as far as software, and or just web applications to help you manage these projects. Which we're running out of time now, so that's something that we can talk about on the next episode, which, by the way, will include, like I said, the co-hosts. We have a much better format set up and ready to go. There's a little less and a little less me going kind of on the fly and making things up as I go, like I'm doing now. Writing topics down while a song plays. Less of that. We will have actual set. Can't think of the right term now, but there'll be parts to the show. Jack will have a section, Justin will have some sections, and we'll have main topics and time for us to take some either calls or questions, and or just discuss amongst ourselves some items. Either way, it's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of good dynamic going on there, and the biggest goal will be us keeping it while being entertaining, keeping the technology in the show. That's our challenge, but I guarantee a more structured show, and as well as a scheduled show. We're looking at potentially Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We are just trying to figure out the best time to fit all of the different time zones, since the digital craft has really hit a worldwide audience. We want to at least look at our biggest target audiences and make sure that not only can we air the show live and allow people on one side of the world to listen in the morning while it's the nighttime, but a reasonable nighttime, evening, and another side of the world, as well as a time that both, Justin, Jack, and I can, or all three of us can get together at a reasonable time. You know, Jack's already in bed. It's already well close to time for the UK to be getting up and doing things in the morning. And whereas Justin is just, you know, still, you know, early evening, I'm kind of in the middle. So we're working all that out, but it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. We're still going to keep the music. We're going to make the show a little longer, in which we may or may not add more music. I'm not sure what we're doing about advertising. With the amount of views we're getting so far and followers, I might just start offering advertising, you know, sponsorships out, and just skip using the default Spreaker commercial break option, because that seems to not be doing us any good, and I'd rather help those who are listening. So if we can get some sponsorships out there, we'll run some ads, and maybe we can even work out a deal where we create the ads for you. I don't know. That's up in the air, but either way, we're gonna end this session, this program, just a little over an hour, but who's counting? No one's after me, so, and no one was before me, so it doesn't really matter. But we're gonna end this with, of course, another band that I was in, with pretty much most of the people I just mentioned from the other band. This was an offshoot of Pleasing Melanie, called Punch. Some people called it Donkey Punch, and for those who know what that means, we'll just keep it at that. So we just called it the band Punch after a while. And really, this is just a demo track I found. I tried to tidy it up a little bit, so I figured I'd make this the last one of the night, because it's a little heavier, a little faster, but also a little rougher on the recording side. So this would be the time to tune out if you're not interested in that. But anyways, this is the band Punch, featuring myself on drums, Douchebaggery Brother on vocals, as well as my buddy Matt Brown on vocals, and I believe the bass, as well as Scotty Poop to Flex on guitars. And I think that was it. I don't even remember who was in this band. We had so many things going on at the moment. So anyways, Punch, the song is Love, Passion, Pain, and that sounds like a ballad, but I don't believe it is. Here it is. Thank you.
Show That didn't feel right.